This is the View Ridge Tennis Court. Doesn't look like much this time of year. There's standing water on the courts, which kind of inhibits a little bit of volleying. When I was growing up, this was our favorite view tennis court. They hadn't built these buildings down below yet, and so you still have sort of a peekaboo view of Lake Washington. But when I was growing up, these trees had just been planted and they were real tiny. These trees that are now, probably at least 50 feet tall, maybe 60. Those were brand new trees. There's trees up there that are about the same vintage, so those were planted probably in the late 60s, early 70s when this was first built. But my most poignant memory from those days is one of our friends had a big old Cadillac. No, Lincoln Continental. Big old Lincoln Continental. And we were already up here playing tennis. And at that time, you could actually see the roads winding up to, we're nearly at the top of Somerset. That's the very top over there, the highest point on Somerset Hill. Forest Ridge Catholic school, School of the Sacred Heart, got this absolutely beautiful piece of land at almost the very top of Somerset. Somerset, when we were growing up, was just being turned from a farm into houses. The local name for it at that point was Fossil Hill. We'd come up here and dig fossils, and they were everywhere. There was also a wonderful pond that we built rafts on in the summer. It was a deep pond with a lot of really interesting creatures, including very large, very mean water beetles. Water beetles about 2 inches long. Their larvae were about 3 inches long and would bite like crazy. Big pinchers. So you didn't want to try playing with those too long, because you'd get bitten. These houses here were all built after that time. So when I was growing up, they were just selling off, it was one big farm. They were selling it off, the land, and building houses. And at that time, a 6-bedroom, 3-bath house cost $100,000, which we thought was outrageous, because you could get a 6-bedroom, 3-bath house in Newport Hills for $27,000. So just because of this view, Lake Washington, the Olympic, City of Seattle, sparkly lights, and the name Somerset compared to Newport Hills, it cost you 3 times the price. Those $100,000 houses now, at the peak, 7 years ago, were selling for $1.5 million. They've probably backed off in half. They're probably $650,000, $700,000 for one of those lovely view homes now. They still, because the houses were so old, now people tear them down and put up fancy boxy things. But the original homes were very large, typically 3,000 square feet or more. Lots of bedrooms, big bedrooms, lots of bathrooms, usually a master bath and a view deck. One of my friends, Bruce Borman, lived across from Newport Hills, which is where we are. I could see his house from my deck. And so we would do things like flash the lights, put telescopes on each other, just to see exactly where we were relative to each other. So that's about all the excitement we have for today, is our tour of Forest Ridge on Somerset. Love you. Bye.